Hey Lois, how are you today? I decided to go ahead and pop up. Wanted to hop out here. Whoop, let me mute that. There we go. Trying to get myself going today. It's a challenge. Let me close. Let's see. Did I just? Okay. All right. Let me close this. Hey, how are you doing this morning? Laura, what's up with you? How's the weather in Jersey? I miss my northern friends. I miss listening to them. They used to make fun of me, and I would make fun of them. That sound, what is it? How's it sounding, Jen? Tell me so I can try to fix it. Hi, Elaine. And good morning, Jen. Um, Patty contacted me. We chatted about the vendors market, and I hadn't been able to keep up with what was going on this week. I've had too much going on with the little and the move and just everything, trying to get all of my orders together, which I finally got everybody's stuff together. Now I have to get started invoicing. So it has been a challenging week. Oh, that's nice. It is hot here and the humidity is outrageous. Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Okay, good. I think that you caught it when my laptop still had the volume on. I had to mute that real quick. So Patty, she and I were chatting about something else, and she said she could put me on today's market. So I said yes, because it'll only be an hour. I can't overburden myself with too much. But I wanted to show you guys what I got at the antique mall yesterday. I went to get the spools, and what did I do with those? These. Yes, she's doing a market, a vendor's exchange is what she's calling it, a vendor's exchange. Today it starts at noon, and we have a lot going on today. My daughter's birthday is Monday, and her in-laws and some of the other family from Mike's side are coming today for lunch. So when I hop off here, I've got to go in there and start cleaning up. Yep. Yeah. Well, something that I think several people had been looking at, and Patty's and Maddie's idea is for vendors that have been selling for a while to reach out and help new people without charging them for it. Patty didn't charge me. Patty helped me get started. I watched a couple of sales and I thought, hey, Tammy, I could do that. I need to do that. I needed to bring in the extra money. So I'm not really a destasher, and I'm not really a picker like Patty. I'm kind of in between. Um, yeah, she did. And so it's something that's been percolating throughout the whole community for a while. And um, I think it's an awesome idea. It was like I was saying, Patty helped me. She spent her time and energy with me and somebody else helping us get started. She didn't charge anything. She didn't ask anything. She just reached out and helped. And so I'm with her on reaching out and helping new sellers, whether you're going to be a long-term seller or whether you just want to do de-stash sales, but you're not sure how to start. So I think that's an awesome outreach for the community. And then as the people that are getting started now get more experience, then they can reach out to other people, and we can keep it going throughout the community. And I believe when we reach out and help other people, we're actually um, uh, my mind just went, I lost that thought completely, but we do. I enjoy reaching out and helping other people. So I'm participating in Patty's today, and I'm participating in Maddie's tomorrow. And that gives me 2 little short sales. I'm probably going to have another longer sale later in the month. I just don't know when yet. Once I get everybody's orders out, I'll show y'all. You'll be, I mean, it's a mess. So close your eyes if you get dizzy. I have to pack up that entire wall, and that's just half of it right there, and get it moved. So as I go through things, I'm going to set aside, I'm going to do a de-stash as well. So that's what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks. I don't have to be completely moved in. I do have to start paying rent on September the 1st, but I don't have to be completely in by then, because it's literally across the street. And hopefully my daughter and son-in-law wouldn't boot me out if I wasn't finished. So, you know, thankfully I've got that little bit of leeway. But my goal is to try to get everything over there and set up around the 1st. And every day I take something over, even if it's just something I walk over in my hands. I get something out of here and over there. But I'm having to set up the kitchen and get things for the bathroom and all those kind of things, because I got rid of all that stuff. I didn't need it. You're right. I think that did 1 hour for, yeah. Well, I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. I used to sell on eBay. I think I've mentioned that before. I sold on eBay for 9 years. And it was something I could do from home, around my energy, around my stamina. And it was great for a while. And then it got to be, my daughter hated it. All the stuff was taking up too much space. And eBay was going through some things that weren't pleasant, and I just said, enough, I'm done. And so I love this because there's actually interaction, even though I might not hear your voice very often. Sometimes I hear different people's voices on different channels. We're still building a relationship. And I love that part of it. It is a ton of work. It's a lot of work. There's nothing, it's just like eBay. I used to tell people, you know, when you're working from home, people think you're not really doing anything and you should have time for this thing for them and that thing for them. But there are no little fairies that come in and do the work. You have to do it all, every bit of it. Y'all just have to, I'm zooming out a little bit. And so it is a lot of work. You did an awesome job, Laura, too. Your sale was awesome. And I loved your energy and your excitement. That's not me. It's you. It's several people have that kind of energy. I mean, we're all different. And I enjoy all the differences. So, you know, if you're thinking about it, doing one of the vendor markets is a great way to get started. And just doing an hour to an hour and a half is much easier than doing a 12-hour, 10 or 12 hour, like I do crazy. Sometimes I'm sorry. It's annoying me. I can't stand for it to be all cockeyed. Well, I have no energy sometimes. And what happens and why it took me so much longer this week, because I thought, okay, I'll get everything done and have everything invoiced by Tuesday. Well, for some reason, and this is just the way it works sometimes, it's just the way it is, Liam has been so needy this week. I've been interrupted every 2 minutes. And so this weekend, we've got a lot of people in and out. Mom and Dad are home. So once I'm done with helping with the cleanup, I've got to get in here and get started, because that's a big important part. Nobody gets their things until you send the invoice out. So there's a lot to it, but again, it's something I can do from home. It's something I can work around my energy and my stamina. So it does. It happens every single time you think you're going to get something done. And that's just life. It was that way with the kids. It's that way with him. But let me show you some of the things that I'm going to be selling this evening and tomorrow. I went to the antique mall yesterday specifically to get the spools. And I stopped by all of my vendors that I've been building relationships. Yes, you're right, Tammy, it does, even with the grown-up ones. And I don't have many of these, but they are beautiful. And they came out of a binder. You can see, I don't know if you can see, let me see if I can get, yeah, you can see the little jagged edge where they were torn out. And he didn't have many, but I bought all that he had. I think I have five or six of these. But these are scannable, or you can just cut them up and use them. But they're the certificates that get filled out in order to do a marriage. So I've got some of those. We went to our thrift that we like to go to because I was looking for a bed skirt. I need a queen size bed skirt. I want white, and I don't care if it's straight, and I don't care if it's Battenberg. I don't care. I've just been looking for one, and I don't want to pay a big amount for it. But I found these. So if you're Disney fans, I'll have those. Oh, I found a little purse too made out of a cigar box. I ran across these at Hobby Lobby. I've been looking for them again for a couple months now. And they only had two, and I grabbed them both. I have these quilt pieces. There at the antique mall, there was a lady that did fibers and ribbons. And she hand dyed a lot of them. Well, she got sick. So a lot of the vendors helped her out by buying her stock. Hi, Amy. I'm not awake yet either, and I've been up since 7 o'clock. And so she passed away, and these vendors are selling off the stock that they bought from her. So I picked up several bundles of ribbons that are hand dyed. I got pinks and purples, yellows, some mixed. There's a few blue. So I've got a lot of ribbon. They're already in lots. And then I picked up these squares. And these are, I can't tell how old they are, but they have the newspaper backing where they're pieced on newspaper. And it's the Atlanta Journal. So I have some of those, and you can see some feed sack in some of the pieces. And then there was this set, and this is from a friendship quilt. And everybody put their name in the center. And you could take and put your own name. You could take that out and then put your own name in there if you wanted to, or somebody else's. But these are a lot of pretty different colors, different names in every square. So I've got a bunch of those. And next door to the lady that I got these from was a gentleman from Ghana. And I'm going to talk to him because his outfit, hey Lois, hey Tammy, his clothing was beautiful. The typical African clothing with the embroidery all over this beautiful fabric. Patty's vendor outreach or vendor exchange is starting at 12 noon. Let's see if I can find my note right here. I was noting who was starting. Jody Dowdy's going to sell. Cherie, Penny Pudge, Luz, Beth, Melanie, Paula, and Becky. And I'm going to hop on at the end. I know it's hard, and you just have to do what you can do. And that's what Patty was talking about. We can't, there's so many sales going on. And what I've been trying to do is rotate around through different sales because I like to support people who support me. But I can't buy from every sale. I try to buy at least $10 to $20 worth from every sale. And I have to kind of just rotate around and try to make at least one sale for every person Um, and that's all I can do. I wish I had tons of money and could spend a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot of people. Somebody may have fallen out of this lineup, and that's why Patty asked me if I wanted to pop in. Oh, that's funny. Now, the man from Ghana had piles and piles and piles of these beads. I bought 2 strands of the smaller ones. They're glass. I had Liam with me, and he was getting kind of antsy by the time I finished up at the other booth, and we had several more stops to make, so I couldn't spend much time there. But I bought this size because they're not too big. You can see by my fingernail. And he gave us several of the larger beads. So you can see that they go even larger. So I'll have a chat with him and find out how these are made and that kind of thing. But I like to support different groups, even the people that I'm going to out in the antique mall. I'm trying to choose carefully some vendors after chatting with them and support those people. And I buy from other vendors as well, but I'm letting them know what I'm looking for. So they're trying to help me, and then I'm trying to help them. So I've got a ton more stuff. You guys know I've got a ton of stuff, but this is the new stuff that I picked up this weekend. So I'll be selling some of that, and I'm going to lay out some of these spools so you can see. Oh, and I've picked up a couple decks of cards at the little thrift store. But I'm going to lay out some of the spools so you can see those. Well, that's all we can do, Tammy, is do what we can do, and we have to set our own budgets. So I'm going to show you some of the fibers. I know. I mean, I haven't eaten yet. I had 2 cups of coffee my morning, too. So you'll see there's a lot of different fibers. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn this other light on over here. Yeah, that helped a little bit. Get a little more light in here. And the amount of fibers varies on each one, but there's a big range of different fibers. All of the spools are the same. I kept a few for myself because I didn't have any of these. Pick some other colors. So some of it is just a single strand. A lot of this is hand dyed, but I don't know which ones because the lady's not with us anymore. So there's a lot of fun fibers. And I've still got some fabrics here in my space. I've got tons of books. So you guys let me know, family birthday party, that we are too. We're having my daughter's in-laws are coming, and they're celebrating 3 different family birthdays today. And I'm not, I don't always stay in there the whole time because I feel like they need some, just family time. So I come in here and do things. And this is one of my favorites. Look at that. So that's just part of what I have. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? So I just wanted to make this short this morning. I've got to go get started cleaning and help get things ready. But you guys know what I've got. I've got books. I'm going to have a ton of ribbon. I'm not doing any of that right now. I moved all of that over to across the street. And, but I've got boxes and boxes of books I'd like to go through. So I'm going to pull a few books. What's sad? What's sad for Jersey? Are you sad, Tammy, or something happened? It's hard when I'm by myself. It starts, the vendor exchange starts at 12 noon Eastern time. And it'll probably go through probably about 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. And as far as I know, I'm going to be on last. And I put the link all the way up at the top, but I'm going to pop it back in here again. So this is the actual link to Patty's channel. Well, I thought I would auction and try to get a price point. I know what I paid and what I need to get. But I've tried to look some of these up to see what they were selling for. And it's totally across the board. And you guys know I don't like to feel like I'm overcharging, but I need to get what I need to get. So, well, Tammy, if you can get out and do some picking, you could make a fortune, because I'm in the metro Atlanta area and there's an antique mall on every corner, or an antique store. So everybody is selling, and the prices are really high. So finding things at a reasonable price where I can share it can be a challenge around here. Why? What's going on in Naples? Well, I understand that concept, Jersey. We just love something and we don't understand why somebody else doesn't love it too. I love Naples, but I don't want to live in, Georgia is one of the best places to live because you're close to the mountains, you're close to the beach. I mean, you can get to a beach in 5 or 6 hours. So it's not like you can hop in your car and be there in 30 minutes. Yep, I know. I heard that. Gina, it's hard to get into these kind of things because everybody has different thoughts on it. But I learned a long time ago to be a thinker and a researcher. I don't have a college education. I went to technical school, but I never did research papers and that kind of thing. But I learned to listen to more than one voice. And when all of the media has the same voice, I start thinking, wait a minute, there's more than one perspective on everything, and not everybody thinks exactly alike. So why is everybody saying the same thing? We started doing more natural health about 4 years ago. My daughter has Crohn's disease, and the medication for the Crohn's disease helped her. She almost died with Crohn's. It put her into remission, and she started getting better. But lo and behold, another autoimmune disease popped up. And we started looking into more homeopathic, natural healing options. And, I'm 66 and I still have some issues. I still have stiffness in my hands, and you can see the knuckles. Okay. So, but I'm off all medication, and so is my daughter. We're off all pharmacological medication. I don't take any pain medication anymore. I don't take muscle relaxers anymore. I don't take Ambien. I have not taken a single pharmacological product in almost 3 years now. So we started looking at that. We're not worried about getting COVID. Well, we think we already had it back in March. I didn't feel good one day. That was it. And the only thing that stuck out to me was the fact that I couldn't taste or smell anything. So when they started, touting that as one of the, things, my son-in-law was in bed sick all week. But what we're doing and what we encourage other people to do is look at your overall health and do everything you can to improve your immune system. That way you don't have to live in fear. you just don't have to be afraid of everything. I mean, the numbers on COVID are not as bad as the numbers for the actual flu season. The deaths are lower than the actual flu season. So it makes me think, what's the whole deal with this thing about masks and separating yourself and staying, closed in and doing all this stuff with the kids? And we just are not buying into some of the things. We take precautions. We take our vitamins. We upped our vitamin D and up your zinc. Zinc, there's something about zinc that does not let the COVID virus attach and proliferate. I can't say the word, but grow. Okay, it helps move it through your system. So if you're immune suppressed, get good natural vitamins, not synthetics, and take extra vitamin D and get some zinc. It does. So many of the things they're doing are causing people's immune systems to weaken. And wearing a mask is one of those. If you're wearing a mask, and I'm not being critical of you for wearing a mask. If you feel like you need to wear a mask, then you do what you feel like you need to do. But you need to change it often. You need to clean them well. Because if you're getting a headache from wearing a mask, you're killing brain cells. If you're struggling to breathe, you're hurting your pulmonary system. And if you're wearing a mask for long periods of time, you're breathing in. When the mask becomes moist, it's not a good thing. Bacteria will build up on it. So, I see so many people driving by themselves in their car with the mask on. And it's like, that's not good. I mean, there's so many things about it that are not good. If you're my daughter works in a hospital. Well, she doesn't work in the hospital. She does compression fitting, custom compression fitting. So she's working with people that are coming out of the hospital and they have to wear masks. It's making her sick. And so I know I need all the ones I have, and I won't wear a mask unless I absolutely have to. And our governor mandated that they cannot force you to wear a mask. And so, I'm okay with distancing myself from people. I don't try to be derisive or critical of people that are wearing a mask. But when I see children in a mask, it really scares me. And what they're doing in some of the schools, it scares me. It's just, this has got to stop. It's got to end. Because what's going to happen is all these people that are wearing masks religiously now, when the next thing comes around, whether it's the next seasonal flu or whatever, they're going to be more at risk. And I hate that for them. So if you choose to wear a mask, that's your choice. I choose not. I can't breathe in them. I don't have a diagnosed pulmonary disease, but I have a weak pulmonary system. And I have for decades, thanks to secondhand smoke. So I don't wear one. Well, that would be hard for me in Naples. And I just would have to move. But yes, the masks do not, here's the thing, they really do not protect you like they're telling you that they do. It would protect you against Ebola. But it doesn't, they've proven it does not really protect against the coronavirus because the molecules are so tiny. So, I don't know. It's better to not even get off on all that stuff. I should get off that rabbit trail. But I need to get going. I've got lots to help my daughter with before everybody starts arriving. But I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of the vendor exchange today. It starts at 12 noon. Did I put it in again? I started to, but I don't know if I did. Here it is, one last time. This is the link to the vendor exchange. Can't type. And I'll pop it in. I hope everybody has a great day. I'll see you hopefully on different people's sales. I'll be popping in and out. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye, ladies. Let me pop that in. There we go. I know it'll be fun. So I'm going to sign off now. Hope you have a great day. Bye.